pathetic god, sedentary god, soft squishy god.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Individuality Complex. I'm Jarrod.
I'm Shae.
And this is our first podcast. We've got no idea what we're doing. So bear with us and come for the ride, because we'll either talk about some fun shit and you'll learn stuff, or you'll get a bit dumber.
Yeah, we love a lot of the same things, so we just thought podcast is one of them. So we thought we'd just get one going and see how it goes. No one else that we know is doing one, which is another reason.
Yeah, everyone's got bands or they want to do stream gaming or something.
Yep.
There's no podcast.
I have a lovely band, Skitchin, plugs Skitchin.
Yeah,
just Facebook Skitchin, Instagram Skitchin, everyone's Skitchin. Skitchin with an S on the front of it. It's not hard. All right.
But no, we get into the same sort of shit, like Marvel. Big fans of Marvel and DC.
Yep. Guitar.
Comics, superheroes. Guitar.
Food.
Both guitarists.
Love food. His dad's like the man. But that's a later date thing.
I'm trying to cook. Shae's a chef.
Oh.
Shae plays a bit of guitar. I can shred.
I'm a fat, trustable chef also.
Yeah.
I love
fat, trustable chef.
I love food. Like, there's nothing more nutritious on this planet than food.
Yep. And in other news, Captain Obvious.
The Endgame trailer came out. That's fucking me.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm so excited. Avengers 4 looks like it's going to just be the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, I watched
after the,
last Avengers again.
This
just
might be an
because
unpopular opinion, but after having my dreams smashed to pieces by Star Wars, I'm pretty out, and I needed Marvel, and they were there for me. So I'm going to Marvel.
You saying you don't like Star Wars anymore?
No. Not a fan of this new Kylo Ren dude.
I haven't been.
It'd be cool if I didn't know like Darth Vader and Star Wars beforehand, but I do, so it ruins it.
Kylo Ren's pretty mean. Anyway, so this is basically just going to be a pilot, but we've got a lot of music that's been shared with us for free that we're going to be playing. In the background during our podcast and using here and there.
We've got a lot of bands, and you just give props and shout out to House of Shem being a big one.
Shout out to House of Shem.
Yeah, Middle Tower. Boys from Middle Tower.
Middle Tower.
Too much.
Wow.
The three other guys from Middle Tower might not have a fucking clue it's even happening, but that's sweet with us too. But thank you, Evan. You're the man, bro.
Thanks,
all your
Evan.
helps. This is amazing.
And thanks to the other three, even if you don't want us to.
Yeah.
Cheers, bros.
I'm sure I'll see you later. Hi, Steve. Yeah. The other ones we've had is the boys from Wanganui, is it? Drones?
Yep, Drones.
With an X.
Mad. Well, they now have a vocalist, but they've been through a good, steady progression with starting out as like a Battle of the Bands sort of band with instrumental feel, and then
they had like a real Parkway Drive-y, Kill Switch Engage feel, but they didn't have a vocalist when we saw them. This was years ago.
They've been running through the media though. They pop up all over the show.
They do a lot of stuff. They're a really cool, interesting band.
There's another band, Machete Clan, that they're hooked up with in Wanganui, which has started some on the rock craze.
Yeah. We've only just heard about it.
Yeah. I'm an old man, so
might be
shout outs to On the Rock.
It might not be cool anymore, and we could be making our age apparent.
Oh yeah. I'm still hip though.
Lucky we're on the rock now.
Yeah, I can beatbox and breakdance, so I think I'm forever cool.
I was never cool, so I don't know what cool is anymore.
We hang out together now, so it's cool.
I'm cool by affiliation.
Well, but it also instantly like two people are just
cooler than one.
Fuck, where am I going with that? Yeah.
It all sort of felt like you were going Spice Girlsy.
It's funny because I thought of that song. Oh, fuck. All right.
But yeah, come for a ride.
We're get on.
A lot of yarns.
We're from a little small town in the Wairarapa, and we're just going to pretty much just shout the fuck out to it. And
let people know what's going on in the area.
Pedigree music from this place is
insane. The level of music here is crazy.
And things are just a bit quiet at the moment, and we want to maybe just get the
Nudge it
volume
along
up a little bit.
Mm.
And if this is something that will spur people along, then cool.
Yeah.
We all mingle with quite a lot of people
Different
around,
types, eh?
different
There's-
types, different people, and a lot of people aren't going to be keen on what we've got to say.
Yeah.
But a lot of people will, and if you're not, just have a listen, because we're not. This is not scripted or nothing. Like
yeah. We're not trying to push any agenda.
and
or
I
anything.
do say shit that I mean, and so you will get a better feel of who I am for those who think they know me.
This is all just because we like the medium. We think it's cool when you get two fellas to sit
What's
down.
not
and have a
cool?
yarn.
So many people now are like sitting there and just voicing
zombies.
their opinion, and it's
Everyone's
informative.
got a zombie apocalypse happening on their hand with their phone.
Oh yeah. Well,
and
slaves.
that gives you this thing though of like people talking.
It's
If you
better
only
than
go to the
cocaine.
same pages and you never mingle with people outside of your comfort zone, you end up only in like an echo chamber where everyone just backs up your point, and it's what's the point in that? You got no growth or progression because you got nothing to push against,
No,
and that's where you end up inventing battles.
yeah.
See,
Like
this sounds
the
like
Battle
I'm
of the
about to be
Bands
real
that the drones
traditional,
were in.
but
Anyway,
I'm
great,
not going that way.
great Wanganui band, the drones. Thank you.
Spin
We
that
just went into the
background.
catacombs
Yeah,
for the drones. We've got Circa, Koya,
Master
Master Huna,
bands that aren't really up to much now. Broke from
Wellington
Wellington.
band Broke.
Awesome guys.
They're
Awesome
not
guys.
not in circulation now, but everyone likes to listen to new music, and I think
Just show it
they'll
anyway.
worth to
You'll look
go.
up the band, see it's not happening, and then you'll look up what the musicians in that band are doing now.
Yeah, and if you can't find the music, just give us an email. We've got
We've got links and
access
everything.
to it all.
Yeah. We're gonna push it.
Yeah, and if you want to know what we're up to, check out our Facebooks, or check out what's now this.
Check out Individuality Complex.
Check out this
on all social medias, because we'll just post
There'll
funny
be
shit we
shit
find.
everywhere. We're gonna just pretty much do what we're supposed to with this.
What we like is a big one. What we want to do.
Yeah. And
Yeah. Get inspired by guys like, The Machine, Bert Kreischer.
Fighter and the Kid,
Joe
yeah.
Rogan.
Joe Rogan podcast.
The more serious
Bill
guys,
Burr.
Sam Harris though. Yeah, Bill Burr,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
brilliant. I like
He's
his
got
one.
an amazing podcast.
Yeah. All dudes who do stand up, we sort of just gravitate.
I actually like Ricky Gervais was one of the first podcasts I got into.
Yeah, I think he was one of the first dudes to do one.
Oh well, then yeah, and I just was, and it was like 2.5 hours of listening to.
Yeah,
He's quite annoying, like
he can be annoying.
for a comedian, but he's a fucking funny annoying dude, and it was just the dynamic.
Yeah, I had the same problem when Russell Brand was doing one. I love Russell Brand,
yes.
but just that much content was just like, bro, I can't handle
His
that much of
his new special's awesome.
Yeah, I've watched that one. That's on
It's
Netflix.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's drawn from the last one, but sort of
Shout out to Netflix for like
Shut it
just
down. Yeah, Netflix dominating shit.
hooking
bro.
up stand up left, right, and center. There's some new one coming out, and it's got like 48 comics from 48 different countries or some shit.
Oh,
I think my maths is out there, but there's like
48 sounds good.
some
man.
crazy amount of countries have all put forward like 4 comedians, and Netflix is doing like a running thing. 4 Kiwis got in.
Yeah, I was watching
So,
because Bill Burr got his first special when they were still sending DVDs. It was,
yeah.
and everyone's laughing at them.
I think Rogan's one was like back then too.
he was in there
and
early.
that sat on Netflix for years. Yeah, but that was how I got into him, was seeing that special, because a lot of people I think had that was like he was just a Fear Factor guy.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know who the.
Yeah.
I thought he was into UFC as well. Like I
Yeah.
heard he was part of the
the
UFC.
mixed martial arts
and
commentating.
I heard, yeah. So
And then Fear Factor,
And I
and
knew he
then
was
suddenly
on
there
that.
was like he had all this comedy that we hadn't seen. And
he's a clever man. He's a
onto
clever man.
Onto a dude.
Yeah.
I like.
and he
He's
seems
an
genuine.
inspiring fella.
Oh, hard
Yeah.
out.
I like
yeah.
the whole let's all be alphas, but no one's on top. It's a strange
Perfect.
concept, but cool.
I
it
like
works.
that. Yeah, in a village of idiots.
Yeah.
Let's all be idiots.
But the opposite of that.
But there's nothing wrong with idiots.
There's a few things wrong.
Well, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, but like, when you see on the news and they're like, oh, all these people got scammed. Fuck them.
Oh, no, those are stupid people, Jay.
Yeah.
Those are stupid
It's
people.
the same
bro.
as, like, I'm sure this is a Rogan thing about polls. When you see on the news, it's like 37% of people think
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
That's 37% of the people that fill out polls.
Yeah, 40 people.
And they don't have anyone to talk to anyway.
No.
Fuck those people.
Hard. Fuck them hard.
So, welcome to Individuality Complex.
Individuality complex, right.
You'll notice that we have no idea what we're doing, and we're just trying to make ourselves laugh.
We've come a long way to do this. Jared's from Kawerau. Shout outs to the big K town.
The K-Smoke.
K-Smoke.
Which
K-
is another name
K-Wizzle.
if you're in Kawerau. That gets you something completely.
Oh, nice. Yeah. It's like those smoker lollies.
what I was
Wanganui.
talking
Shout
about.
out to Wanganui. That's where I'm from. Let's just say, fell on hard times, and
Just Google it.
I sorted my
Just
life,
Google
and I'm here now, and I've got some things to say about it.
Cool. Shall we move on to our next segment?
Yeah.
Massive.
Upcoming events. Upcoming events. Upcoming events.
Shit that's going on. Cool. There is
I've got a
one
voice
band
for this If
playing.
you wanted me to do it.
Do we want the voice?
I've got a voice if you want me to introduce shit. Upcoming event voice. I've been learning it.
I think we should give it a go. We'll
Alright.
give you 3.
So I'll do 3 of them in upcoming event voice.
Yep.
You guys, here we go. First competition.
If
See
anyone
you
thinks,
can pick
if
which
anyone
one
thinks
is
they,
my real voice and which one is
if anyone thinks that they can do a better radio voice to announce upcoming events than Shae's one, then we'll
Send 'em in.
Send them in.
Email
and
them in, yeah,
we'll
bro.
have a listen to your
Actually, that's an
audition.
awesome idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So to the 4 people listening,
if one of you
if
four,
one of you
mum,
four,
his mum or our wives,
Yeah.
if you're keen to record
if
yourselves,
any of the ladies that are important to us could just do the, yeah. Actually, that's probably way too funny. But anyway, then we'll give you 3. Let's see how you get on.
all right.
Not the first one.
Can we get the intro again? Because I got to come in with from it. This Friday night, we've got Skitchin at Jackson Street Bar. 9:30 onwards, playing the classics, 1990 to like 1970 something, all the way around those times. Get down there. Skitchin,
I can't keep
best
that up.
band in the Wairarapa. DJ.
That's a point of contention that we'd just like to say the Individuality Complex
because I'm part
does
of
not
it.
express the opinions expressed in this event. Notification.
I'm just saying words. DJ Main One at Jackson Street Bar on
Shout out to
Saturday.
Kobe.
Yeah, shout out, Main One.
Bring it
Main
on,
one.
bro. You can
Main
do it.
One.
Good at what you do.
10 p.m. It's going to be a late one. Right, on Saturday. That
No.
was also Saturday. We've got Ashton Sellers Quartet
No,
on
he's
Friday.
on Friday. Yeah.
But they've all been mixed around.
He's reading them out wrong.
Look, you've got 14th,
They're not in order, no.
15th. All right.
It's 'cause Facebook
Ashton
wasn't on
Sellers Quartet. I'm just going to do it normal. Friday the 14th is Ashton Sellers
I knew he'd run
Quartet.
out of gas.
At, Friday the 14th at 7:30 p.m. At the Village Cafe Martinborough. Wine Village. There's a village completely built of wine. And
I don't believe
you can
we
go down
verify
to the
that.
cafe. So there's a village within the village of cafes. Built of wine, and you can go down and watch 4 dudes play stringed instruments, I believe.
Yeah, Ashton Sellers is a ridiculously good guitarist.
I don't know. I thought that was like an accounting firm.
It could be,
And
but I know that one that refers to is an amazing guitarist.
All right.
He was a death metal guitarist
I'm not disputing
years
him.
ago.
I'm not disputing
But
him.
he went to jazz school, I think.
I'm
and
learning
so
as I go.
now he's like real well versed, but he knows guitar inside out.
Oh, shout out to Ashton Sellers, man.
Yeah, I've never met you, bro, but I've
Cheer,
heard
bro.
nothing but good
And
things.
yeah, I'm sure your quartet's mean. And if you don't drink wine or allergic to wine, I apologize. The place is not built of wine.
Yeah, I don't know if
so
anything you
nothing
said
will
was
happen
real.
to you. All right, December the 15th, which is the next day. We got Eats, Beers and Beats with Crispy and P Daddy. Oh, I love
Shout out to Crispy.
Steve.
Is P Daddy his actual
Yeah,
daddy?
brother. Parkinson Daddy.
Brilliant. That's great news.
Steve and Chris going to play down some. Oh, they're primo. I like those
Very
three guys.
entertaining couple
Entertaining
guys.
dudes.
It's father-son too, eh?
Oh, awesome father-son.
Yeah.
Not many father-son playing out there.
Yeah.
Get down there. Also, shameless plug, I'm playing next Saturday, the following Saturday. So
if more people go, then it'll probably turn into like a regular event.
yeah. There's
cool.
all sorts of Courtney, Naira, Hemi, Walker.
Yep.
Quite a lot of out-of-town bands are coming down and playing. The reason I'm playing is because a lady from France dropped out.
Wow.
She was coming to play.
Awesome.
Yeah, they've got connects, those 10 o'clock cookie guys. So get down to 10 o'clock cookie on at 6:30 on Saturday night.
Yep.
That would time in quite nicely. She can swing on down to Jackson Street and watch our DJ smash out some tunes at 10. There's an Xmas party at the Copthorne.
Big
Noodles are
Christmas
playing
party
there.
for them. If anyone knows that
Don't
cover
know if
band
it's
Noodles,
I don't know if it's invites. Yeah, Noodles.
I'm pretty sure it's open.
They call
might
themselves the premier Wellington cover band. They have a lot
They
of
are,
covers.
yeah.
They have a lot of covers.
Yeah, but they
I've
are
never
that.
seen them, so I can't make that.
I've heard nothing but good things
judgment.
because a lot of people
Neither
that I was
have
working
I've
with.
heard amazing things.
Yeah.
And then you've got the party at Bolter, Christmas party also on Saturday night.
A lot of the Christmas stuff kicking off.
Bolter's awesome place.
Week
I've
earlier.
played there. We've played there a few times. Been there, eaten there. It's amazing. Get down there, Carterton. Yeah, boy.
Carterton.
That's our events. I'm going on too much about events. We don't want you sort of. If we send
Nah,
you to
cool.
all the events, then what?
They can listen to us in the car when they drive to the event.
So we're on FM radio.
No, we're not.
We're not on FM radio.
I think we're pretty much just gonna be on YouTube.
We're just going to be on YouTube.
until we figure out or someone explains to us how we can get onto other mediums. But
Appreciate that. Thank you.
But cheers, there was upcoming events. Thank you, Shae, and yeah, your radio voice fucked out pretty quickly on that.
I have a shit voice to start with, man. I can't even talk properly.
When Shae says he's
Find it hard to
practiced
breathe.
this voice,
I smoke too much
I think-
cigarettes.
I think-
have a lot of allergies, and
I think when Shae says he practiced this voice, he has just said his own name in the mirror a few times.
Nah, it was yesterday. I did
Just
it one
day.
time. I did it one time yesterday, and
The truth comes
I
out.
thought, bro, is that not practice? Is doing it not practice? I'm sure the definition. I don't know if it's repetitive practice though.
I'm sure there's something about mastery needs to be done more than once. Open flame.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, open flame.
Cool. Now
that's
let's
later
get
on.
into something that we all love. News. With a Z. It makes it way cooler. I got actual news music for this too.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got actual news music.
Sweet, that segment would have happened. So
Boom.
now, this could be out of date and shit could be different because we looked this up yesterday and
News.
it's news day.
News.
One thing that we just wanted to bring up, because although we don't get the, what do you call it, coverage, the British backpacker that passed away while in New Zealand, Grace Mullane, died on a Tinder date. I'm not very well versed in the actual article and the event to know enough to call it. I've just been surprised by how many people have reacted to
It's
it.
very sad, but you know, like shit as it sounds, we have to sort of
Live in the real world.
live our own lives, and
But also be
allow
like
things
be
to-
completely aware that like terrible things happen everywhere.
all the time.
That's
man.
what it gets me is the coverage being like, you know, it's like no one remembered that New Zealand is a place where people live too. It can go bad. But
Yeah,
anyway, we just wanted to make mention of it. And
In
the,
retrospect, if you look at the whole the grand scheme of things, that you know, and everyone knows what poverty is. Like we all know, we've all heard of the 40-hour famine or something.
Yeah.
Like we've all seen Jibberdeach on TV. So there's a lot more serious things sort of going on.
Then yeah.
Than like, I know it's horrible. Like it's a murder.
Definitely sucks.
It's a fucking
Definitely
horrible murder.
sucks.
But
There was a dude's head cut off and thrown out an apartment
70-something-year-old dude.
Yeah, a week ago, and there's like
2 nights ago, a lady in Flatbush
in South Auckland
was murdered to death.
and it just there's just something
Right
something
now,
odd.
someone was just murdered to death in some third world country.
Yeah.
Right now, kids are walking around with AK-47s shooting motherfuckers.
Gets dark pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But that was just one thing that we did. The thing that really got our attention was that there was a name suppression put on, and the someone ignored it and released what his name was, and
They made it cool. Was also what they'd done is they did it on social media, to a point where because they called on the animal instinct of people to be like, fuck this guy,
mob
fuck
mentality.
this guy, he's a piece of shit.
And what is it? It's innocent till proven guilty.
Well, that's the concept. But like,
not in a court of public.
Bro. There's so much rules and regulations to a court proceedings and to actually prosecute someone in the law. These things can hinder the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
People, because like we want justice, and if he was to die, I'm sure I wouldn't shed a tear. But it's not like do the work then. Don't like incite other people to do the
Don't
spitting
incite
on your
outrage.
all you're done. You're like, I want this guy to die.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you don't have to post that. If you really wanted it done, you'd go down there and you'd kill that fella.
There's different media outlets who are trying to paint it as like, look at all these tourists who've been murdered by men, and using it
I
as
seen
a
the
way
race
to,
card played by a friend of
Yeah,
mine.
yeah,
They
and
said, if it was a
where
Māori
it
or
just
Pacific
gets
Islander,
silly.
it would have been advertised straight away. Kill him. And this person like is into Jesus and stuff. So they're like a good,
gets very
wholesome
complicated.
Jehovah
very
or
issue.
whatever religion they're into.
This issue gets complicated very quickly. Sorry,
It's horrible and sad things. But
respect to her family and condolences.
Sorry about that.
Respect to the dude's family.
But it's not New Zealand, and we apologise.
They're getting grief
for that.
for it too.
We're only apologising for the pain that's caused. We don't give a fuck about that guy. That guy can go and fucking
his family
suck a goat off.
is like catching grief for it, and they
Hard out.
don't know him. He left them years ago or something. But just something brutal. But here's something we can also.
It's also the point of it is that we can, like, we've just brought this in. You just seen what we just did, like laughed and like we're going to carry on laughing because that's how life is, and this is what this podcast is going to be all about. Is we will touch on
metaphor.
We're going to touch on horrible things, and we're going to say dumb things, and we're going to offend a lot of people.
Yeah, we'll probably bring up something horrible, say the wrong word.
We are happy to apologise.
Yeah, we're not trying to be dickheads.
No way.
Two fellas.
We have an opinion on stuff, and I think a lot of people we know are like-minded and they have the same opinion. So,
but moving on, here's something we can sort of I don't know if you all giggle at it, but it's something that we can carry on looking at. Is Trump is getting hit up hard out about all the hush money payments he paid to women before the election or during, and they're trying to maintain that it was illegal, and he's trying to maintain that it was legal and all sussed, and it's all conflating because he can't fill the chief of staff position because it's just, there's been all the hoo-ha about him firing and hiring and firing and hiring. So it's just interesting to watch more people shit on Trump for the hardest job you could fucking have.
Yeah. I've heard shit things about him, and I've heard some good things about him as well. But I don't know much. I don't know much about the Trump
American political system is
only
show.
what like is forced to pot like comes to this.
Yeah.
They ball to the top in their broth of fucking nonsense. Sometimes something will come to my knowledge.
Sometimes,
and I'll be like, To be honest, the last thing I heard of his was the wall, and the LGBTQ community had a problem with something, and he actually passed a bill when he got into office to
help
gay people.
It's too hard to tell because
I don't know, and I don't. I try not to trust American media because
I just know when every late night comedian, because like there's now fucking 8 late night guys, every one of them hates this guy.
Yeah,
and I don't get why it's like 24/7 Trump hate.
Yeah, these also I don't know, but these dudes are rich. Like these comedians and the people that talk shit about him, it's not like your general sort of douche. It's like people that you sort of would be like, why are you saying this?
I respect your opinion on everything else, and then this happens, and I'm like, I don't know what to think anymore.
Yeah, so maybe they know more. They obviously do because they're closer, but especially because Chappelle, he's from Washington.
Yeah.
So he's lived around where the White House. That's another country, is it not?
Pretty much. It's like the Vatican.
British Columbia. Washington D.C. has its
See, automatically proving we don't know enough about.
No,
America.
because it just leads you back to the conspiracy.
It's just interesting. Just
the
interesting.
information has been put there for us to read.
Yeah.
It's purpose.
Here's interesting too. An electronic engineer in I think it was Australia worked out using a piece of toast and a few strands of Vegemite. He was able to create a circuit board. Turns out Marmite conducts electricity perfectly.
Yeah.
And because it's on a piece of toast, there's no water in the board, and for some reason the salt. See, again, another thing I don't know enough about. But it could be something to do with the salt content in the Vegemite will allow the current to conduct.
That's cool. I've seen the paint that you can sort of buy.
Well, they said the viscosity.
Like yep, I know viscosity word very well.
Yep.
Yeah, I use that heaps when
It
I make aioli.
Viscosity. Oh, yeah, well, this Vegemite allows you to trace, like, lines that you want.
Yeah, bro, because it's technical.
Yeah, but it's just interesting to think of cunts can do that sort of stuff. So.
Oh, some inmate in Russia or America, because they banned cigarettes, obviously, in prisons, and the e-cigarettes were too dangerous as well. He created and patented a e-cigarette that was available now to prisoners. So he's made a business from being in prison.
Tech stuff, eh? It's
Yeah.
out of control. Oh, and the other one, this is the last bit of news before we move on. The first transgender boxer fought a dude. So she's female that became male. So So he fought against a guy and won.
Yeah, so a woman wailed on a man and beat him up.
But she's a man now.
Yeah, so a woman
transitioned to a man.
She's a transitioned male now, so she's a male.
Yep. And fought in boxing and beat a man.
Yeah, well then.
Another man.
I wonder. I think that's the test. I reckon that should be like the prerequisite when you transition, right? So it's like, all right, here's your hormones. You take these for a bit. You come in. You get your surgery. We're gonna whip all the tackle off.
Yep.
Right now, you fight a man. You beat the man, I'll call you a man.
No, you're getting confused there. You just said take the tackle off.
Oh, sorry. Slit the hole, fucking pull the ovary out, however they make a dick.
Easy.
How do they make a dick?
You can Google that on your own time, brother.
I feel like that's how it would be. Anyway, they make a dick. The guy.
So if you're a woman that becomes a man,
you have to fight a man.
If you want to be a fighter, or just in general.
In life.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to win if you're not, like,
I think that might be the end of our podcast.
Apologise to the LGBTQ community for anything offensive. I was just theorising. You'll notice that I'm a theorist. It comes up under my name down the bottom. Crazy theorist.
It's another way of saying this can't just spitballs.
Yeah, well, I thought it would be a good idea. Okay, just fighters then. Right, yeah, that makes sense. Nah, but I think what I'm trying to say is, bro, that's such a manly feat.
To beat another man up.
Yeah, then you should, sweet, I'll call you dude. Like,
well, but like, that's one side of masculinity.
Yeah, but it's the most masculine side of masculinity.
According to you.
According to masculinity.
See, you just fucking get all masculine on you.
Yeah. What?
Yep.
So what adjective is used for someone who would fucking get like masculine on it? Masculinity?
You could call it aggression.
Yeah.
I suppose this is the whole problem, is that like masculinity is undergoing a redefining.
I'm trying to have an opinion on it, to be honest.
I think it's cool.
Yeah. I'm not too
I don't know how I feel about the dude.
I just think it's real cool.
But the dude that becomes a chick and goes and like a dickless man beating up women sounds way worse to me.
That's happened.
Yeah, Fallon Fox.
Yeah. That's not right, I don't think.
Yeah, but she got beaten by a woman as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we do.
We just carry on.
But this is like we skate on the knife's edge of controversy, so we probably shouldn't have.
I think I jumped on top of the knife and let
everyone walk on it on your back.
Yeah. But we
shout out to Shae for his sacrifice.
Yeah, shout out to the upcoming events
we'll
too. Let's just forget about what I just said.
Next podcast we'll have a guest host because Shae has to undergo counselling.
Due to legal action.
The biggest problem I found when looking up news was it just kept getting crazier.
Oh, bro, don't even. I couldn't imagine.
There was a dude, a photographer, got caught fucking someone on top of the Pyramid of Giza. Someone and convinced the girl to walk to the top of a pyramid, get naked, and fuck while he took photos of it. And then he posted them online. He's in a lot of trouble now. I don't think you can do that.
Nah, it's a sacred place, apparently.
Sacred place of tourism.
I'm sure it's a blow-up castle.
That was on Despicable Me, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking Simpsons.
All good.
Real life Simpsons.
Cool. Well, we're going to have a short break and come back with some new cool segments. Massive.
Chirp. Sorry, transgender boxers.
Hello. Cool. So we're going to do a segment called Riff of Today, where it might happen every time we do a podcast. It might not. But I can play guitar like a half decent person, so I thought I'll just show you guys a trick for each day. That is just a cool way to get your different sounds out of your solos. Everyone knows traditional pentatonic solo. Shape 1, we'll usually learn that at the start. We're gonna go E minor just so everyone knows it. You can move it to wherever your pentatonic shape 1 begins. A minor, it'll be there. But today we're going to use E minor. So first, if you don't know it, pentatonic starting from the bottom string, or the highest string, which way you look at it, we're going to go 15, 12, 15, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 15, 12. So you get that. Cool. So this is just a cool way to get a different feel on your solos, is a string skipping idea that guys like Paul Gilbert and shit do, where you go. So that was 15, 12, 14, 12, but I used the G string. So you'll see the pattern emerge. Cool, so I'll just do it slow. Works with all your other patterns. You can go down. So you see the pattern I'm using. So faster. Churz. If you can't work it out, you should probably look at another video.
G'day. This is a segment we have dubbed Open Flame. This is where I give expert advice and wisdom on things I don't really know about, but I have strong feelings towards them. Just a quick reason why this has become a segment. We were barbecuing and I made some like sort of fat beef kebabs, capsicum, mushroom, beef, mean as, stabbed them all on there. We made about 20. I says to Jarrod, he says, do we put them on the hot plate or just throw them on the grill? I was like, open flame all the way, cuz like, just throw them straight on there. He goes, are you sure? Because the sticks might burn. I go, fuck, open flame, bro, open flame. So he threw them on there, and sure enough, the sticks burnt to a crisp. I'm a chef, by the way, and I asked afterwards, did you soak the sticks? But I made the kebabs, you see, And I clearly know that the 6 went soaked. Anyway, open flames. Right. Where do I start? It's hard to get just ranting. But you generally, when we gig, we'll drive down towards Wellington or something like that. Along the highway, you see these fruit shops, and they all advertise a certain type of ice cream that, according to the sign and everyone's sign, real fruit is present. Well, the sign says real fruit ice cream, and that is wrong. Like, just put that out there. Anyone that's got an issue with it, email individualitycomplex@gmail.com, or follow us on YouTube or social media. But the point of it is that they're telling people lies, and the worst thing I've been taught is to lie, and that liars are fucking scum. So anyway, shout outs to all the owners and managers of these fine establishments. I'm sure you have good intent, because, you know, hot day, people want ice cream, so you lure them in with these sort of gimmicks like real fruit ice cream. My point is that there's no, in making ice cream, like, you actually make it so, like, you eggs or whatever you use. I've never made ice cream, but I assume there's eggs in it, dairy, other stuff, and you make the ice cream, right? So for an ice cream to be something, you'd have to have a flavour or something present. So if you have banana ice cream, you've mixed banana, you've added banana to the sort of cooking process, and that becomes fucking real banana ice cream, right? So they're just adding like chunks of frozen ice, like iced up fucking fruit into ice. They're just making McFlurries, basically. These people are advertising real fruit ice cream, and they're making knockoff McFlurries for people. And it's the same as fucking burgers. People call a meat patty a burger, a burger a meat patty. Well, you can have a meat patty. So a meat patty is a patty you make. You use. I can't concentrate, bro, because someone's laughing at my rant. So anyway, real fruit ice cream is a fucking scourge on our district, and I want to put it out there to for like truth. I want truth advertised. I'm sick of gimmicks, and the media, they can control all that. Let the papers lie, But you got chalkboard, your family-owned business, and you're fucking telling people you got real fruit ice cream when you've just shoved ice cream and fruit together. It ain't fucking real fruit ice cream. Burgers are the patty, not the bun. People go burger buns, or what? No. So you get these like pulled. Say like you get a slow roasted meat, and you've pulled it. You got a burger now, a bun, right? So you put this pulled meat in a bun, and you garnish it with your shit that you'd usually have in a burger, and you're giving it to people and telling them it's a burger. That's not a fucking. That's a sloppy Joe. That's a sandwich with fucking pickles in it. It's a pickle and meat sandwich. A burger consists of a patty. It has to be a solid state. Like, the fuck kind of burger has swimming meat in it? That's a pie. That's closer to a pie than it is a burger. And fuck pies anyway. Georgie pie has fucked everything up when it comes to pies. And people around the world judge us on Georgie pie now. What are we working with? 4 minutes. Right, I'm going to close off this segment. So I'm getting a bit fucking chief, but I'm just like, I've had enough. Punctuality. Right. If there's one thing we're in control of in this world, it's being on time. And anyone that like can't be, just fucking jump. Like, you know, you're wasting valuable resources, you're wasting people's time, you're wasting dole money or whatever the fuck you're up to. Because if you can't be on time, I'm assuming you're on the dole, because that, oh fuck, I'm gonna get racist here, but you know, white people, am I right?
What
White
about
people.
people that text you and they're not ready when they said they are?
I've got a lot of friends that delay fuck arounds, man. Like just the other day, I got these two guys. They're gonna meet me up. I go down there. These two dudes get to talking, and they convolute this new idea. I haven't even said anything to them. They're fucking gone by the time I got there. I've got my whole family in the car. I'm standing on the corner for an hour trying to message these dudes. They're out of reception or data or some shit. They get back to their data. They're like, sorry, bro. I talked to the other fella. The other fella told me that he was talking to you. Then he drove away, so I followed him like a fucking mongoose. I said, oh, well, next time, bro, yeah, just, if you're going to talk to someone, talk to yourself. Don't fucking talk to me. It's open flames.